Alrighty, fellow travelers, welcome back to the Adventures of a Traveling Don. It is the final day of 2021. It is New Year's Eve, and I am spending it here in Budapest, Hungary. So here in Budapest along the Danube River for New Year's Eve, I am super excited to be here. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Now Budapest, as you know, is split up into two different parts. You have Buda, which is on the west side of the Danube, and you have Pest, which is on the east side. The west side has, of course, a lot more of that ancient, Roman and Habsburg kind of style. It's more royal. There's a little bit more of like the classical history there. Whereas over here in Pest is a little bit of a younger history, but goes back to the tribes and whatnot of the Dacians. So it's definitely a different side. You get different vibes on both sides as well. It's a little bit more calm, a little bit more, upscale on the west side and Buda, and then Pest is a little bit more of kind of like the party city, which is of course perfect for New Year's Eve. But yeah, we're going to be exploring the Pest side of the river today for New Year's Eve. I'm going to meet up with Sky a little bit later, and then we also have another friend coming in from Serbia to join us as well for the party later tonight. But in the meantime, I'm freaking hungry. Let's go find some food. So getting something in the belly and coming here to the Central Market here, Central Market Hall. It's kind of like this restored neo-Gothic style of market, which is really kind of cool. I saw this on, I've seen this on a couple different channels, but the main one was Mark Wiens. If you love to follow food, follow Mark Wiens. I mean, that man is phenomenal when it comes to just showcasing food across the world. I'll even leave a link in the description, but I'm sure you guys have probably already seen his videos. But anyway, I'm here at the market, and there's like two levels. You have the lower level, which is kind of like just the traditional market, where you have all your different stalls for food, liquors, wine, beers, shops, things like that. And then the second floor is a mixture of, you have kind of like souvenir craft shop, and then of course the buffet and the kind of like the mini small like hall restaurants. So I'm like in a standing one right here. I've got here what's called a langos. Langos is just like a fried dough, rather big. It's a decent size, and it comes with you can put all these different toppings. The traditional one is like sour cream or cream cheese and cheese on top. I have one with cheese and Vienna sausage, which looks really good. This is just to kind of get me started today, but. Oh yeah. We need more people. Just nice savoriness of the fried dough, cheese, simple cheese, and fully cooked but chilled Vienna sausage. So it's a mixture of cold and hot at the same time. It's actually really nice. This is a great start off. Say one thing about Budapest, particularly the Pest side, since I haven't been really to the Buda side outside of arriving off the train station, is the fact that while it still does have a little bit of that grandeur that you see in Prague and Vienna, I don't know. I just walking the streets both last time when we got in and so far today. It feels a lot more, shall I say, working man. You know, it's not as posh, not as polished, but even still, I mean, it still does have, you know, there is like a Four Seasons on this side near the river and stuff like that. But even still, it does just the vibe. It's really kind of got that working man kind of mentality, which is kind of what I dig personally. That's why I love Glasgow over Edinburgh, just to visit. While Edinburgh's got like that royal beauty to it, I don't know, Glasgow's just kind of like that working man kind of. I've had more fun nights in Glasgow than I have in Edinburgh. So, but yeah, it's just kind of like my little take on Budapest so far, at least the Pest side. Alright, so behind me here is the Dohany Street Synagogue. It is a famous synagogue that is the largest synagogue, not just in Hungary, but in all of Europe, and the second largest in all of the world. It also doubles as a museum, cemetery, and of course a Holocaust memorial that are inside in the grounds. Unfortunately, just like in Prague, I am here on the Sabbath. It is a Saturday, it is New Year's Eve, and of course tomorrow being New Year's, they're also closed on that particular Sunday just because of the New Year holiday. So unfortunately I won't be able to get inside, but just kind of like standing outside of it, it is absolutely beautiful. It's kind of got this like Moorish style architecture to it, which is very unique. I kind of like love this kind of style, but it's absolutely fascinating. And it was built in the mid 19th century. But yeah, definitely if you get the chance, come and check this place out. It's fairly reasonably priced to get in for the tickets. I looked on it. I think it's like 16 bucks for like the whole thing. And I've also seen pictures of inside, and it's supposed to be just very elegant and decorative and all that stuff. So, but yeah, definitely the Dohany Street Synagogue. You cannot miss it, particularly here in Hungary, which Hungary is, I think, in the top 20 around the world, and within the top like 5 or 6 of European countries that actually has a relatively large Jewish population. So, but yeah, this is the Dohany Street Synagogue. Okay, so we're making a quick stop back here at the Airbnb. I just wanted to show you guys this. Plus, we got to go get Sky up. She's been out all fucking day. I mean, she was out all night having a good time. But anyway, we got to get her up for the next part. But anyway, let me show you around the quick Airbnb. But you have beautiful kitchen right here. Absolutely gorgeous. You know, not too huge, but you pretty much have what you need there. And then, of course, you have this rather large sitting room right here. I mean, this is fantastic. And then going in and around to the restroom here. First time I've had a bath tub at any of the places we've stayed since I left Ireland. And then, of course, guessing that like this is a it's a 2-bedroom with 3 beds for families, so they do have like a crib built in as well. It has got a washer, it's got a dryer. I'll leave a link in the description for this particular place. And then the one that Sky's got, she's got like the bigger room that actually has the bed in the main part, and then there's like a loft bed as well. But yeah, this is our Airbnb. Now, got to get the sleepyhead up, and we'll go back outside. All right, so we're out and back on the street. Sleepyhead is finally awake. I've got a surprise coming for her. Hopefully, because I wasn't sure when we were gonna get out, so I don't know if reservations are a big thing for this place, but we'll see you there. Okay, so
so we are at Cat Café Budapest. I'm upstairs just having my tea real quick. It's just a place where you can come and get some tea or coffee. I think they do have some cakes to eat, but we're looking for something a little bit more substantial, particularly for Sky. But she's over the moon. She's downstairs right now. I just came up to get my drink, but she's downstairs just living the life with the cats. I do recommend trying to make a reservation when you come here. It's right across the street from St. Stephen's Basilica, but make a reservation, particularly if you want to sit downstairs where it's a little bit brighter, a little bit lighter, and that's where generally all the cats seem to congregate. They don't tend to come upstairs a whole lot, except I've seen one of them. But anyway, it is just a cute little cafe. This is the first time I've ever been to a cat cafe myself, so I didn't know what to really expect. I've watched a lot of videos from ones in like LA, New York, and Japan, like Tokyo, but I've never actually been to one in general. So, but yeah, it's kind of a cool little spot. I know she's a big cat person. She's missing her cats back home with this long trip, so I figured I'd surprise her, let her have some fun with the cats before we get crazy for New Year's. How you liking it so far, Sky?
They're so cute.
They're cute. We had one just come up here. He's somewhere up here. We finally got one up. Stop. You said there was kitties downstairs?
There are a bunch of goofy cats downstairs.
They're all so cute.
So for dinner we're at this place called Hachaprui. It's a Georgian style restaurant, not America, Georgia, but Georgia, the European country. Now we're starting off with one of their very classic dishes. It's called an Hachaprui, I believe is how you pronounce it. But it's like this little bread pastry boat that's filled with cheese and egg. You can put other toppings in there, but we got the traditional classic one. Oh my goodness, this looks fantastic. And I'm not sure what kind of cheese it is, but it looks kind of like it's a very thick cheese, almost like a cottage cheese or something like that. But it looks really good. Oh yeah. Oh, that's bomb. Oh my goodness. Sky's digging it. I'm digging it. Good first course here. We got a few other things coming because we're gonna try to fill up for tonight. But oh man, good way to start off dinner for New Year's Eve. Okay, so for my dinner, I got what is called the kupati, which is it's a grilled beef sausage that comes with like this Georgian slow-cooked cheesy polenta with sour plum sauce. It looks freaking phenomenal. But we're gonna go ahead and rather festive kind of looking, and it looks like there's like little bits of pomegranate on there and some onions as well. But we're gonna put like all of that together right here. That's good. That is very good. The beef is not too, it's not too oily, or it's not too rich. It's actually just rather nice. And then, of course, that cheesy polenta, it's super thick. It's just like kind of like pull it out. It's just like all stringy. And that plum sauce actually, it's rather nice. It's actually got a little bit of a sweetness, just a slight tart sourness to it. But that's actually really nice. Good job, Kupati, for the win. So the last thing we got was what is called a henkali, and a henkali is like a Georgian, basically that's like a dumpling, very similar make, but think of it like a soup dumpling. There's a little bit, there's quite a bit of juice that's in there. So when you eat a henkali, they tell you in the menu to basically kind of like take a bite out of the side, suck some of the juice out, and then go in. Otherwise, if you like take it open with like a fork and knife, the juice is just gonna all spill out over the plate. So just go ahead and bite into it real quick. That is good. By the way, we got the mushroom henkali, so packed with mushrooms. Let's try this now. Oh my god. Oh yeah. It's still very juicy in there. Let me show you guys. Oh my god. Look at all those mushrooms. Meaty, juicy, messy. I'm just making a mess here. But damn, that's good. Well, that was absolutely delicious. What'd you say, Sky?
It was so good.
Yeah.
And very affordable for a nice restaurant.
Yeah, I think we both spent probably close to about 25. That's what they did include service charge to that. So that's actually not too bad given how much food that we had. And that was actually really good. One of the better restaurants that I've been to. Sky said that is her favorite so far.
It's been my favorite meal on this trip.
I've been traveling a lot longer, so like I'm still preferable to La Vidange in Paris, but I will say this is definitely tops up there. So, all right, so we're gonna go off and drop off some stuff back at the house, and then we are gonna go meet up with some friends from Serbia. So let the night begin. So we're starting off the festivities here at Karavan Bar, and it's kind of like this little street food back alley that's just got about 4 or 5 different like street food vendors, and then of course a bar as well to get some beer. But we're waiting for our friend Milica and one of her friends from Serbia to join us. But in the meantime, cheers to you, Sky.
Cheers.
Happy New Year's almost.
New Year's.
Well, let's get this going, shall we? What was the name? I don't remember the name.
You remember for sure.
Yeah, this was actually the first time we met. Cheers. Go on, Christian. Atta boy. Yeah. He's a fucking madman.
Cheers!
That happened. All right, so if you're looking for a bar in Budapest, honestly, Jack Doyles is freaking awesome. It's an Irish pub, and the gentleman is from the Tipperary region of Ireland, but god damn, we had a freaking great time. I mean, there was karaoke, to be fair, which of course I couldn't put on because of copyright issues. But my God, I had a fantastic time. You could not get any better with that. It's a mixture of like Hungarian, Serbians. We met a couple Irish. There's a lot of Americans in there. It was just absolutely fantastic. So I will give a shout out to Jack Doyle's Irish pub right behind me, which is amazing here in... I'm right here.
Oh, it's Ben.
Where is Ben?
This malt trucker right here.
That's a bandmate.
Narodnjaci z Bembare, kajle trenerke, žene prelepe, dakle sam ja. Ajmo neku drugu dobro.
I have no idea what's happening, but this is a lot of fun. Whew. Okay. That was a New Year's for all New Year's. I mean, that is definitely up there in the places and things I've done. This was a lot of fun. And I can tell you right now in the morning, I am very much gonna sound like Barry White because my freaking throat is just gone from karaoke. But anyway, I hope you guys have a lovely New Year's Eve. I hope you have a lovely New Year's. 2022, hopefully, be better than 2021. And honestly, I had a great 2021. As crazy as it was, I got to do what you've seen me do so far, plus everything else. And it was fantastic. But anyway, guys, have a wonderful, happy New Year's. If you like the video, make sure that you give it a like, give it a comment. Definitely want to hear from you guys. And of course, as always, subscribe. But in the meantime, guys, have a wonderful New Year's Eve, and I'll see you on the flip side of 2022. Peace out, guys. Have a good night.